Hi everyone, do you want to do different types of pop-ups or notification tools or things like that for your WordPress website? Well, I'm using Kadence and there's a great plugin called Kadence Conversions. It's part of the premium toolset from Kadence, so you do have to pay for this one. I've left a link below, but let's jump in. Let me show you what this can do. All right, so step one, we're making a banner for Parks Golf and it's going to link over to the Parks Open. So the Parks Open has a dedicated website. It's just a premium event for the Parks Golf Club. So what we do first of all is go to Actions and I'm going to say push to. I want to take this site and I'm going to push this over to staging to test it. So whenever you're mucking about with a plugin or doing something, you should always copy over your production to staging. I'm using WP Engine, so that's nice and simple. You should make sure that your host, whoever you're using, has simple staging tools because this makes a heck of a lot of sense when it comes to testing out different things on your WordPress site. So let's wait for that client to go over and then we'll get the Kadence Conversions tool set up. So Kadence Conversions, like I was saying, is a premium tool. It costs $89 a year, or you can get it as part of the full bundle, which is $219, and that includes all the different Kadence Cloud, Kadence Recapture, the blocks, conversions theme, all that sort of stuff, along with all those AI tools. Once you've made a purchase, you'll go to your downloads and licenses page, and on there you'll see Kadence Conversions. As of the time of creating this video, we're on version 1.1.1. Okay, so my staging site has cloned over. This is an exact copy of the live site. And now what I need to do is click on the add new plugin. So I've downloaded Kadence. I've got that plugin available. So I just have to upload the plugin. So we just go like so, select the zip file that we downloaded and click install. So here we can see the Kadence Conversion has not been activated. So I click here to activate. And this takes me to the dashboard. Now, I do have a view there already because I've done an install on this site before. It seems like that's part of an object cache. So what I then want to do is get the activation code. So go to my account, go to your license area, copy that, go back to your website, paste it into the license key and click Save Changes, and Kadence Conversions will be ready to go. Okay, so for now in the general settings, I'm just going to enable local analytics. You can enable Google Analytics events tracking just by selecting that, and I'll do a follow-up video on how to do the Google Analytics events tracking and what that looks like. In the getting started, we have an item to view the knowledge base. I would encourage you to take a quick look at that if you're interested, but let's stay on with the video where we have the change log and all of those. Now on the sidebar, you'll notice now that underneath Kadence, I have an item called conversions. So we're going to click on all conversion items. So inside all conversion items, we have no items available right now, and that's expected because we've just installed the plugin. So I click on add new to add a new conversion item. Inside the conversion item, we have a number of different types of conversion types. You can do the pop-up, a slide-in, or a banner. Now, we're going to use the banner and one of the pre-done templates for this video. So I click on banner, and what I'm going to use is this big news item here. I quite like the look of that one that's blue, but I also like the red. Yeah, let's use the red. And then that goes ahead and grabs that template and gets that all installed for me. Now we have a countdown in there. So what I'm going to do before I jump into editing that is we're going to name this. So this is the Parks Open top banner, just like that. All right, so now I've named my item. I'm going to go to the document overview so we can see what we have. So with all the conversion item and all of its settings, it's all inside this conversion item wrapper. So to get things like your launch triggers, conversion settings, anything that you want to do about targeting this particular popover is all inside this list view. So you have to have that conversion item selected where that padlock is to be able to do any of that. From there, I can expand out and we just have normal blocks. So I can switch anything out however I want to do it. So I don't want a countdown in this case. So I'm going to delete that, and you can see how that just deleted it. And then I can do whatever I want. I can, add before and just say, put a paragraph in there. I can switch that over to any kind of block that I want. So I can just say Parks Open, registrations now available. Now, obviously that looks really terrible because of the kind of look that it has, but I can also convert that block over to something else. So what I actually will do is let's just delete that out for a second, and then I'm going to say add before, and then I just push / there, and I'm going to use the advanced text that's available within Kadence, because this gives me a little bit more in terms of the way I can style this text. And that's quite important because I'm not using any of the global styles that sort of Gutenberg can be a bit limited to when it comes to the block editor. I want to do some fancy styling on this. So from here, we're just going to say Parks Open, register now, just like that. And then I can highlight that. I can use, all sorts of different styling and things like that because I have that available. So I can set the color here to be white. So that looks a lot better. And then within this heading itself, I can bump that down to say a H4. So that looks a bit better. And then over here, I'm going to change this text. Just say register now. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now I've got a banner, but what's that really going to look like? How can I sort of play around with that and know what's going to happen? So first of all, I have to publish the item, but at that point, nothing's actually going to happen. And the reason is because it's not connected to a trigger and not set to display on a specific page. So I have to click at the top level conversion item, go to launch triggers, and just say on load. And that means that when the page loads, the Parks Open September 2024 banner will set up. Conversion settings, I'm going to enable analytics and say the click button is there. There's a conversion button. Close conversion on goal event. I'm going to say no. I want this banner to stay there for the entirety of the time that we're accepting registers. So there is no repeat control because the banner is going to be there at all time. If instead you wanted something that maybe pops up and then doesn't show up again for a couple of days, or you have rules about how a pop-up's using, that's when you'd start using these repeat controls. Position, I can have it top, middle, or bottom. I'm going to put mine on the top. Size settings are auto. Container styling, well, I don't have to do anything there. I'm quite happy with how my styling is. And now we come into the real important stuff, which is the target pages. So I'm going to target the entire site. Target visitors, I'm going to say all users. Target devices, doesn't matter. Target requests don't matter. So for example, you may want to have a target request when somebody comes from Facebook or a particular link. You can put those in those query strings. Scheduling, I do want to enable a schedule. So I don't want a recurring schedule. So let me turn that one off. I want to have the range scheduling. Now, why all this is all messed up, I don't know. But I guess that's just the way that it was by default. There's obviously some sort of CSS that's playing up a little bit with this sidebar. But I'm just going to set mine in the past to the 1st of August. And then the second element down here is when it finishes. Now, I know that on Monday, the 9th of September, we want our registrations to stop. So I'm going to set that to be 1 a.m. on the 9th of September. There can no longer be registrations. So that means the banner will automatically disappear for the Parks Open. So that's all just going to go. So that's all pretty cool there. Close settings, I don't want any close settings. It's just going to stay there the whole time. So I click save. All right, so before we just had the Parks Golf website, it had no banner up the top, so it looked like this. So obviously I would have been logged out. So let's copy the URL now. So it looks like that before, no banner or anything like that. Now I paste in the new staging site to see what this banner looks like. And let's see what we get. And there we go, Parks Open, register now. So now I've got this nice bright banner up the top of the website with that register button. And then when I click register, oh, nothing happens. Why? Because I didn't set the URL. So again, this is just about buttons and things like that. We can see that font all looks a bit problematic too. So let's fix that so that it looks a little bit better. There we go. And where do I want that to go? I want it to go to the parksgolfopen.com.au. So I'll copy that URL, come back here, paste that in there, push return. And then what I also want that to do is open in a new tab. All right, we don't want it to pop over or anything. But with these kinds of banners, you could have it open up a video. You could have it open up anything at all. So there's a number of different things that you can do with the link target. You can also have that sponsored or anything like that. So if I was doing some sort of sponsorship, I could say so. And of course, you get all the other tools around, a button, because it's just a normal Gutenberg block. So this is really cool because you're not limited by the pre-templates. A lot of different popover tools I've used in the past, like Hustle, and these kind of opt-in monster tools, you're a little bit more limited in what you can design because you can't use the block editor to design whatever you like. But in Kadence Conversions, you can. So now let's go back and let's refresh. All right, so now I've got my parks open, September 2024, and I click register now. It opens up in a new page. That's exactly what I wanted, and that opens it up. Now, if I refresh the site, the banner itself, even though I've clicked on the conversion, doesn't disappear. If you wanted it to disappear after somebody has clicked on that, that's when you start using those conversion items. So with the repeat control, I can say enable repeat control and say, after someone's done something in the conversion, so hide it. So here you can see conversion type is banner, enable analytics tracking, click button is the conversion goal. Down here, I've got the conversion button, which is a specific class. So that means that if I want to write some custom JavaScript, I can tie it to it. And then I would say close conversion on goal event. What that would mean is that when the button is clicked for an individual user, the banner disappears. I don't want that because we want to make sure it's very clear while we're taking enrollments. That's where the enrollment is for registering for this particular event. So I'm going to leave that off. So that's everything there with that conversion item, and we've set a simple banner. But we might want to do a different type of banner, which is a popover. So let's go ahead now and add another item. And here we're going to do a pop-up. And for this one, I'm going to use one of the templates again, and we're going to use this summer sale item. We're going to change it a fair bit, but I want to use that for the parks open. So this all looks pretty cool. So that's my popover. So what I'm going to do is just say parks open. We're going to say register now while just say limited places. So that looks cool. And then the shop now, we're just going to say register now, like that. All right, this doesn't look very golfy right now, so we're going to go ahead and change some of the colors. So that's going to be green. We're going to style the button. It's going to be green too. And then this image over here, let's have a look at that. So we're going to say parks open popover, like that. And then I'm going to take a look at this particular section. So it looks there like the section is a style. There we go. We've got the edit image. So I'm going to say edit image. And we want to obviously not have a surfboard rider. That's not really a good one. So we want to go ahead and find something that's a bit more of a nice golf photo. So let's see what we have here. I should have some good aerial photos somewhere. I've got a lot of golf course photos here for the golf course listing tool. So we're going to use this one here with the hat and that kind of thing. So that looks good. So I'm going to say select there. That looks pretty good. There we go. So now we've got that register, limited places, register for the open. So this all looks great. So now I need to go back to my conversion item, and we need to set our launch triggers. And this is going to be a time delay, like that. And then the conversion settings, this one is going to have a conversion. So once someone clicks the register now, that will be considered a conversion. And then inside of here, I want to get my URL. So we're going to put that inside our button link, the same URL as before. And of course, we want to open that in a new tab. And that's not sponsored, that's all okay. And then I select publish, publish. All right, so now we've got a banner that's also going to pop up on the website, but it's only going to show once. And why don't we actually go back to that conversion item, and inside the repeat control. So I've got a conversion setting, right? And that's cool because it's got a conversion on goal event. But what we want to do is, if the user's closed out of this particular item by clicking the close, I want that to come back up again. And that wants to come back up in 7 days. So it should show to somebody every week. And I'm also going to put a cookie expire on 7 days for the goal event. And the campaign is Parks Open PU for pop-up. There we go. That's all okay on the conversion goal. So everything there looks a lot better. So what we now have is that this pop-up is going to show up. Once I've closed it, it won't show again for 7 days. If I click the register now, it won't show again. All right, so that's great. So I've saved that. Excellent. So now let's go to my homepage, and I'm just going to refresh. And what should happen is, after I've been on the website for a little while, because this banner up here is sticky, and that's okay. There we go. Register for the Parks Open. So that's how that works. When I click register now, it takes me over to the new site, and the banner's now gone on the existing web page. All right, so that's taken me to the Parks Open. Now, when I refresh this page, that banner's not going to come back up again for 7 days because the cookie's been set. So it's a pretty cool way to be able to do things. So is Kadence Conversions the right choice for you? The great thing about Kadence Conversions is that it's all part of the one bundle with Kadence. This means that when you load it, you're not having to load a whole bunch of other libraries, different styles, all that sort of stuff, with the way that you're going to do your popovers. Now, there's plenty of great popover tools out there, but I always encourage everybody to stick to a single ecosystem. So if you're using the block builder, if you're using Kadence blocks, if you're using Kadence theme, well, it makes a lot of sense to use Kadence Conversions. If, however, you're doing something like an Elementor website, or you've got something like a Divi website, then you're best off sticking with the tools in that ecosystem. So if you are using Kadence, this is a great way to make different types of conversions and popovers for your website. I hope you found this helpful. If you have, why don't you leave a thumbs up? If you've got any questions, you can leave them below. And of course, if you want more information about Kadence, check out my playlist that should be somewhere around here. And I'll see you in the next video.